Hey, Christian Metal Group. My name is Jimmy Searles with the admin in the Christian Metal Group.
Yes, and I'm Jay Goodwin, aka Joel Lamar. I am a moderator in the Christian Metal Group.
Yeah, and we have a special guest, Jennifer Benson, here today. She is with the band Ignescent. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, we're glad to. So, Jennifer, tell us a little bit about your childhood, just growing up, like where you grew up. Did you grow up in a musical home? Did you grow up in a religious home? What was that like?
I grew up in a suburb called Lake Zurich in Illinois, in the Midwest. And my family was Catholic, though we only went to church about once a year, like, or twice a year, maybe Easter and Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Um, so not very religious.
You know what
And
we call that, right? That's priesters.
yeah, right. So yeah, and my it was just a pretty normal I guess pretty normal childhood. Neither of my parents are musical either. So my
Okay.
mom was a secretary. My dad worked at Allstate, and he actually retired pretty early. So it was yeah, it was just pretty normal. I did dance lessons for a while, and we just hung out, ate, watched TV. It wasn't like um anything out of the norm until I became a Christian at 15. Like I started going to church. My sister brought me to church, and a friend of mine who had moved from California, and she was a Christian. And then she started inviting me to campus life. And so when I was 15, I gave my life to Jesus. And so um, pretty soon after that is when I started like singing more and writing songs. And I joined the worship team
Okay.
and just really had a passion and a heart to do music and also to evangelize as well. So
Yeah.
that's um that's kind of when everything started, and then after that my life went a little bit crazy like after I became a Christian.
Right.
But before that was pretty normal, so
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So, as far as singing is concerned, you said that you kind of got on the praise team, of course.
Mhm.
That's kind of interesting. So, what got you into like hard rock and metal?
uh, yeah well, I mean, I listened to like harder music growing up,
Okay.
um and then also Flyleaf. I started listening to them,
Mhm.
and then just watching them, like how they perform, and then just like learning about Lacey and just her
Mhm.
heart and everything. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. What they're doing and what she's doing in bands like Skillet. And I mean, I listen to pop too. I
Okay.
love like soulful music and all that, and pop. But there's something about like performing,
Mhm.
hard rock and metal music that's just a lot more exciting to me than singing, like standing there and singing pop. You know what I mean? It's just so
I
much
agree with you.
more fun, and just the
Yeah,
energy and just everything about it. And it just gets my, like when I listen to it, it gets my heart going. And it's just like, I don't know, it's so much fun. I love it. And so that's kind of, why I got into that. And then also being in this area, there's, musicians, there's a ton of metal musicians. And
wow,
at
I'm
first
jealous.
when, yeah. So when I first like started, I was looking more for like a pop rock band, and maybe starting a little bit softer. But then as I auditioned people, I started getting people that were really into metal and as well. And so that kind of influenced me. And so the music started getting heavier and heavier because of some of the influences of the musicians in the band. Like I used to not like double bass, and I used to not like eight string, and now I'm like obsessed with it. I love double bass. I love eight
Yeah,
string. I love the heavy. And it's just over time listening to those bands and just getting influenced by other musicians. So that's
I
kind
love
of
it.
how
So
that came about.
so Flyleaf was like one of your favorite bands that you got into. Have you had a chance to work with them or play shows with them and stuff since you started your band?
Yeah, yeah. We opened for Flyleaf at the Subterranean in Chicago, and that's where I met Samir. And then Samir and I co-wrote a few songs, one called Fearless.
Okay.
Um, and then Samir also, I think it was in March 2022, we had an EP release show, and he played a couple of shows with Ignescent. So that was really cool just to be able to have someone who I'm a fan of playing in our band for a couple of shows. And
Oh, that's
so
pretty
yeah, that
awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. So, I saw are you still the band currently signed to Frontier Records? Yeah.
Yeah, we're signed to Frontiers and
Okay.
released an album in November. We're about to release some more music actually,
Awesome.
probably in March in a music video. But yeah, we're still with Frontier Records.
So, before that, how long were you independent?
For many, many years. Like when I started the band, I booked it, I managed it, I did the social media, I did everything, just because it was either me doing it or no one doing it, you know. Um, and so, but it was a learning process, but in that way, I got to learn all the aspects and how things work. And so today, I'm still, very involved in doing a lot of things for Ignescent. But yeah, for a while we are independent, and but got this offer. I submitted us to Frontiers, and not expecting them to reply, but they did, and it was awesome. So then I forwarded them to our manager and got the ball rolling, and we started having conversations with them, and they decided they wanted to sign us. So um, it was really cool because it was a time where there was a lot of things going on in my life, and I really needed the financial help, honestly, because of some things happening out of my control. And so, it was kind of I'm like, oh gosh, praying to God. I'm like, I really, really need help, God, to keep this band going. And it's literally in the nick of time that worked out, and we got signed. And thankfully, they helped us with doing a whole album for the first time, which has always been my dream, because we
Okay.
did singles before and EPs. So that was awesome. And then they helped us do a few music videos.
Oh,
So
nice.
uh, yeah, it's really
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So, you talked about, I think I've actually noticed the transition into heavier music as you all kept going. So, what can we expect from the new music? Are you all just going straight the sugar?
That's
Are you doing
right.
any screams? You know what I'm saying? I know you have this great melodic voice, but are you doing any screaming on the album or you know?
Septura.
Right, yeah.
Right. Going 100% ginger, like yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
there we
scream.
go.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, I can't do that. I mean, there are some screams, yes, but not just, little scream accents, I guess we'll call them.
Mhm, mhm.
But still the melodic and all that. So yeah, I would say we're continuing like with the heavy. We're gonna be releasing a cover though,
Mm,
song in our style. So I'm really excited about that.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
So
that too. Then.
yeah,
Man.
awesome.
So, give us a little history of about how the band actually formed and the name of the band and who's involved with the
Yeah.
band.
Yeah, well, for many years I wanted to start a band. And so one day I just decided I'm gonna do it, and I'm going to I didn't know musicians. I didn't know anyone. And so at
Mm,
first I kind of just did some open mics and used tracks and everything, um but someone's like, you really need a band, like, you know don't use these tracks, it's kind of cheesy. So so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start a band. So I just put an ad out on Craigslist, which is a little scary,
yeah.
and contacted some people on Band Mix,
Hmm.
and did auditions and kind of went from there. And then, one of the guitarists knew someone and a friend of his, and so I met him, and he joined the band. So that's kind of how it came about. And as far as the band name, I was kind of trying to find something that was really meaningful. And so I prayed about it, and I went through the dictionary, which I know no one does anymore, but I actually went through the dictionary
That's cool.
and I stopped at the eyes. And for some reason, this word ignescent just popped out at me, and it
Mhm.
means to ignite with sparks and fire. And so I thought that was like a perfect word to ignite people's hearts on fire with our music and for God. So I
That's
thought,
awesome.
yeah, that's the word. That's the band name.
So is it a three or four? It's a four piece, right?
It's a four
Band?
piece. Yeah.
Four piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. So do you play any instruments?
No, I play a tiny bit of piano like I did in high school, took lessons, but I stopped, unfortunately. I'm thinking about maybe going back and doing lessons, but just a very, very tiny bit of piano. But yeah, so mainly it's just singing and writing melodies. I hear the melodies in my head. And
Yeah.
so that's what I
Yeah, I
do.
was gonna ask about that too, just because I'm obviously your music is very melodic. So I know a lot of singers. I mean, I think about me, like I play instruments or whatever, but a lot of times I'm like humming riffs or I'm recording riffs on my phone, vocally instead of actually sitting at a piano or whatever else writing. Yeah. So is that kind of like, do you kind of like hum riffs to the band members or whatever when you have songs in your head?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Like I hear the guitar riffs. I can't play them, but so yeah, I'll hum it, or else the drum part, I'll be like, "Tut, tut, tut," I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what this
Yeah.
means.
Nice.
Yeah, so I do that, and then the melodies, like maybe I'll record it and send it to them, so they can write some music around the melodies, or else I'll write the melodies to some music as well. And then sometimes I'll actually get melodies for my dreams. And so I'll wake up and I'll have to
Interesting.
record it right away so I don't forget, or else it's gone usually by the morning.
Yeah.
So
So
you use like an app to record? Is that how you do it, or to record?
yeah, just like a voice recorder app.
Okay, nice,
Yeah, so I do that and then I'll just send it to the band members.
awesome.
I'm sorry.
I said awesome. Um, so I see your I'm looking at your Spotify, and y'all have
Uh-huh.
almost 8,000 monthly listeners. Now I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's major.
so talk to us as a musician. Tell your fans and your listeners kind of the difference between buying physical CDs, listening to the streaming.
Mm.
How do these things affect the band? Just give us a little insight on that whole uh space there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, honestly, it's very helpful. Um, for people to listen to Spotify and to build those followers and for just you guys, all to support us on Spotify.
Mhm.
Um, but financially, I mean, it doesn't really help a lot, to be honest with you.
Right, right.
But just, just to build that is helpful, and we appreciate that support. But to actually, buy physical merch, at the shows, t-shirts, CDs, or anything like that. That helps us a ton, just to help with gas costs or anything like that. So, yeah, that's something that really helps us. Just, we have like a merch store on at ignescentmusic.com under the merch tab. So you can go there and just buy some merch there, and that's helpful. Or the CDs are there as well. And or at a show,
That's what
that's
I like.
extremely helpful.
Yes, I
So
like to
yeah,
buy music at a show when I can, for sure.
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
We
can't wait to see
definitely
a show.
depend on that. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you all live. Whenever that is.
Yeah, y'all are
Yes.
y'all going on
I'll
tour
be-
soon? Y'all got something lined up?
Yeah, we actually our agent is booking a tour for starting in July. So, and then we're also going to be doing a European tour in September and doing
Nice.
a Germany festival as well.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
so yeah, excited about that. In between we have some shows like we're going to be at Cubby Bear this Friday. We're going to be playing at a Radiant Fellowship in April. Um, I'm going to be speaking at or Radiant Fellowship as well at like a fundraiser. I think it's on May 10th. So we have that. We have a festival in April and some other things coming up too. We just played with Hinder and opened for them
Oh
at the
wow.
QMZ Expo Center. So that was a blast. That was so much fun
Yeah.
doing that. And so, yeah, but everything will be updated continually on our website and on Bands in Town, Ignescent too. But yeah, but the next tour will be in July. So we can't wait for that.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I love it. So let's talk about just Christianity in the band. Are you all a Christian band? Are
Yeah.
you up to yourselves that? Okay, cool. Well, I guess that answers that for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely a
that's
Christian.
No, we're Christians in a band. Get it right.
right. I know there's
Right.
some people
Right.
that tend to
You
do
always hear
it.
that. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
ashamed of it. We're a Christian band.
no, that's cool. I know a lot of times we've seen so many people as far as so-called fans and people like that. They're like, oh, these people they're just Christians in a band, and therefore we they try to shy away from stuff or protest very loudly. It's kind of wild,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
know. But I think
Yeah.
obviously I think there's room for all kinds of people when it comes to music and ministry and whatever. But
Yeah.
no, that's super cool for real, for real. So as far as your content, lyrical content, of course, being a Christian band, um, do you all tend to write, like what's your approach to writing music as a Christian? And as far as conveying messages in music, or are you not as worried about that? And as far as writing songs about life and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the songs are about God um, and struggles,
Mhm.
life experience. Like our song Exodus, you know, do you hear me now? It's
Mhm.
talking to God. I mean, maybe um, some people might not know that, if they're listening to it, but that's what it's actually about. Like, do you hear
Mhm.
me now? I'm crying out. So it's a song specifically to God. And then there's other songs that are just, about relationships
Mhm.
and just, struggles. Like Monster You Made that we wrote. We actually co-wrote it with Jeremy Valentine, Brandon Wolf of the band New Year's Day.
Oh,
Okay.
Um, and that's about like personal things that I've gone through, a lot of
Mhm.
betrayals the last few years,
Right.
and which um, it just kind of it's like saying this created this monster in me and this struggle because I'm so hurt and I'm
Right.
so angered by it and angry. But still there's hope. I have God in my life
Exactly.
and there's healing and there's hope.
Mhm.
But it's just being real, about
Yeah.
life. Things aren't always, roses and
Right.
daisies and it's just I want to be real about even though I'm a Christian, I struggle and
Mhm.
I maybe I lean on God and I lean on people for help but I still struggle. So that's kind of what Monster You Made is about.
Yeah.
And then we have songs like Not Today, and it's talking about not today, Satan, you're not gonna win this battle. I mean,
Mhm.
and so we have some songs like that. They're more clear cut. And so, I just want to, through our music, I want people to be able to relate and give them hope
Right.
and also to people who have different beliefs. We go to bars, we go to clubs, we go to places where people have totally different beliefs. I've been to, places where I, even talking to people who worship Satan, and gotten to just have conversations with them. And so I just love that sort of thing, just being Jesus to people and having that
Yeah.
opportunity like that. I love that sort of thing. Um and just loving on people, So
That's awesome. So
Yeah,
when
it sounds like you've been. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it sounds like you've been reading the Bible. Like I think about. I just finished reading the Psalms like yesterday. Like
okay.
um, and also just looking at not just those songs but other songs in the Bible. It
Mm.
seems that there's so many topics addressed. It seems like everybody wants to go to Psalm 150, and it's just like praise the Lord, praise Him in His sanctuary and all that stuff, and they forget
Yeah.
about just some of the other psalms that may be about just human topics, or even the other songs that David wrote, or Solomon wrote, or whoever. And it's like
Yeah.
the Bible has such a diverse amount of songs, and
Yeah.
for people to think that everything has to be Psalms 150 is absurd to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing, with your lyrical approach, because I mean, just like you already said, like people can relate. Like we need music that we can relate to. Outside of that, because I mean we aren't in church all the time.
Right.
Sometimes we do want to pick up the bottle, or sometimes we want to like go out and do some other stuff, and knowing that there's people out there that have like struggles, like us, but they have an
Yeah.
answer in Jesus. Like that's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Actually, I've been reading through the Psalms too, so that's funny you said that. Yeah, and there's times where he's like crying out, like, I mean, life's his life was a mess at time, I mean, it's just like ours.
Mhm.
And then there's other times like, yeah, you're just praising God. But yeah, there's all these ups and downs, and that's real life. And so
Oh yeah,
yeah.
like David was like, he's like, this is the song I wrote when I was getting chased by Saul, and I'm in the cave.
Right.
That's what he's like at the beginning of some songs. Then some songs is like, okay, this is for the music director to learn and teach people. So it's all kind
Yeah.
of different stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry about that,
definitely.
Jimmy.
No, well, I mean, you basically you kind of went the same direction. I was going to say, you feel like I guess you feel like when you're writing these music, in a way, you're vulnerable, right? And you're kind of talking
Mhm.
about life and real things, but that's relatable, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
that helps people connect to it and gives them hope and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, that's I hope so. Yeah, I hope it encourages people and it gives them hope. Definitely.
So,
That's the goal, and the hope that um people start listening, and it just helps them. I mean, so many people struggle with anxiety, depression, suicide. It's like um there needs to be something out there that's encouraging them and telling them the truth,
yeah,
and
you
telling
get that
them that they're loved and they're
right.
not alone and all that. And yeah, I mean, this world is so, full of evil. Obviously, it's crazy. So there needs, yeah, I think we as Christians, we need to be out there a lot more. We need to be doing a lot more.
I
And
mean, you get
um,
one person that says, "Hey, they come up to you at a show and they're like, I was going to commit suicide and I heard this song and it changed my life." I mean, that makes it all worth it right there.
I know.
definitely, definitely, it does. It totally does.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know you said you got an album out now, a full length on
Mhm.
Frontier Records, and there's a lot of really big bands on there. So I'm just kind of curious, what kind of doors did that open up for you as far as being signed versus when you were doing everything DIY for so long? And does that give you opportunity to tour with some of the, like label mates and stuff like that? How does all that work?
Yeah, yeah. We're actually talking to the label right now, and in hopes that we can do some tours with the label mates. And I know our manager has contacted Striper
Oh wow.
because they're on our label,
Okay.
and that's the hope. I know they're just kind of talking, right now. And so
That'll be
I'm really
cool.
hoping, because I think that would be awesome to be on a tour, do some dates with Striper. And
Yeah, I think you would
um,
gain some new fans for sure. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. So I'm hoping. Yeah, and we've talked to some other people and some other bands as well. I know Journey is on the label, and
Oh, wow.
um, yeah, there's just a ton. So we're just kind of in conversations right now.
Mhm.
So we'll see, but it's definitely got our name out there more.
Oh,
They've
Yeah.
helped, market us more and promote us, and they've helped, build our Spotify, and just so they've definitely helped us a lot, and so I appreciate that. Um and I just, we're just more to come, but and I'm hoping to also to do some songs, like how we had Kevin
hmm.
featured on Not Today. I'm hoping to have some
Yeah.
features too.
How did that come about? How did you get connected with Kevin?
I actually reached out to Josiah of Disciple, and at that time we were living in Tennessee for a little bit.
Mm,
And so I'm like, hey, would you be interested in writing, like co-writing a song? And he's like, sure, come on out. And I'm like, okay, awesome.
nice.
So went to the studio, we co-wrote together. He gave me a demo, I listened to it, um, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to record this. And this was Not Today. So I'm like, I know it, I have to record this song. So ended up recording it. And then I asked Josiah, I'm like, do you think Kevin would be interested in being featured on the song? So he asked him, and Kevin said yes, and I was like, yes, this is awesome, because
That's
I'm a
so
huge fan
good.
of Disciple. And so he did, and then I'm like, well, will he be in the music video? And he's like, yes. And so that's kind of how it went, and how it came about. And so that was awesome. And then after that, we also asked Billy Gray of Fozzy
No,
to be
Yeah.
in the music video, so he's in the video too.
that's so
And so I'm
awesome.
just thankful that they were, both willing to be
Yeah,
in the song and video. But that's kind of how it came about.
nice. Yeah, we're actually going to be interviewing Joey from Disciple very soon.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, as we know, you are one of the, I would say, more prominent um, women in the Christian rock scene, like especially at the moment or whatever. Um, what is it like um, to be a woman navigating through a genre and a subgenre that's mostly dominated by men?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a great question. Uh, it can be challenging at times, but I mean, it's been a blast. I've had some shows, um, like at the Forge and a few other places, where we've opened for like Gemini Syndrome, like non-Christian bands, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm literally the only woman.
Oh,
Like
wow.
every
Mhm.
single band member is a man. And there's like four bands, all metal bands, and and everyone in my band a guy too. So yeah, I've had
Right,
many times where literally I'm the only girl, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. um,
right.
but and then so yeah, I mean, I just feel like I've had a kind of push more.
Mhm.
Sometimes, I mean, many people are very respectful.
That's good.
Sometimes I've been disrespected too. So I just kind of have to look the other way and just keep pushing and be like, oh, well, I'm going to keep doing it. I have had some weird things, honestly, in the Christian world. I've been called a witch. And um, I'm
What?
like, so why am I a witch?
Well,
I don't get
it's the
it.
colored hair. The colored hair means you're a
Right,
witch.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, witches they spend all day coloring their hair. There you go.
that's
I
right.
guess. I
Don't
don't,
you know all witches have colored hair?
I know.
Right.
I wanted to respond like, I will get you my pretty and my done something about Toto, but no, I didn't say anything. I left it and I let it be.
Yeah, just
But
go pull out the broom real
but
quick.
yeah,
No,
I know, I know. I want to be like, I'm sorry, I'm just, I don't mean to disappoint you. I left my broom at home, so
right, right, right.
not
You know,
today, but
you know
maybe
Harry
next time.
Potter's a bass player. You did.
You're right. But those kind of things just make me like, and kind of laugh.
Yeah,
But overall, honestly, people, it's been fun. I mean, um, everyone has been pretty awesome, and I love, and the guys in the metal band, they're just so like, on stage they're like so tough, and then off stage they're like super friendly, and so
Mhm. That's
it's been fun just to hang out with them and talk to them, get to know different people, and like I've talked to singer of Flaw, and he's like really friendly, all these bands are like they're pretty, nice people and cool people, so.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
So, what's one or two dream tours with a band? If you could pick anybody, who would you want to tour with?
Absolutely Skillet and absolutely Flyleaf. I
Nice.
would freak out if I could do a tour with Skillet, but I mean, we've opened for them. Like we
Mhm.
opened and shared the stage with them at a festival,
Okay.
Lakes Jam last summer. That was so cool, and I got to watch them on the side stage
Oh,
and
nice.
watch them like walk on the stage and everything. It was so cool, but I haven't gotten to tour with them, so I would love to do that.
The pyrotechnics didn't burn your hair or anything, right? You didn't get singed
No, I was
at a
okay.
skillet.
I was like blown away. Like I flew back a little bit, but I was like,
Yeah, I'm down for a skillet, Ignescent, and Flyleaf tour. All three of them. That would
Yeah,
be
that would be
oh
major.
man.
yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh
That would
man.
be.
I wouldn't be able to
Mhm.
sleep at night. Like that would be awesome.
Everybody email her manager.
I was about to say
Yeah,
yes immediately. Let's go.
that's right. That would be awesome. Someday maybe.
Oh wow. Yeah, so just thinking about record contracts, so how I guess this is almost like business side type of stuff. How many albums are you all signed to do under Frontier?
We're signed for a 3 album deal. So
Okay.
we did the first one, so we have two more.
Okay,
Okay.
good deal.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is your favorite thing to eat while you're on the road? Do you have a favorite snack? What do you have to go get something every time you're on tour, or what do you do?
Yeah, definitely Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Iced
Dunkin'
caramel
Donuts.
coffee. I have to
Yeah.
have
Mm.
it.
Do you
Dunkin'
have
Donuts is
Cheez-Its.
metal, yo.
Dunkin' Donuts where you live? You're in Chicago, right?
Yes.
Do y'all have Dunkin' Donuts there?
Yeah, we
Oh, okay.
do. We do. So yeah, but it's just like a continuation of my
Yeah.
daily habit.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Chicago's pretty cool city. Have you ever visited what is that? Jesus People USA? Have you visit their church and like that thing?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh wow.
No, I would like to, but I haven't.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Glenn Kaiser. You familiar with Glenn Kaiser?
Yeah, Res Band.
Hmm.
Yeah, from Resband. Yeah. Yeah, he I guess they kind of live in that area, but yeah, when I was in Chicago, I went and checked out the church. I
Oh,
hadn't
you've been there.
like yeah, I went and just checked it out. It was really cool. Like they have a
How
really
big
cool
is
setup.
it?
They even how big it's a nice size. What it is, it's like they own like that block and they have a
Oh,
like I guess they have a setup. It almost looks like apartment buildings or whatever, but within
Okay.
that space on both sides of different things. Like they have a coffee shop, they got a skateboard shop.
Oh, nice. I know
really?
it's
Yeah,
it's a commune basically.
yeah, exactly. And then they have apartment
Mhm.
buildings. Glenn stays in one of those, and they have like the sanctuary and stuff, and a recording studio.
Well, they
So
have
yeah,
a lot of bands that come out of there. Like I know Head Noise was a part of that.
hmm
So many of them I can't remember now, but
yeah. I was about to say maybe Crash Dog or some. It's like some of those bands for sure. I know the Blame was with them for a while, and
mostly
I think
punk,
a couple
right?
of those. Yeah, mostly punk type of stuff. Yeah, no. I don't know. Maybe when I come back up there, we'll have to go to Jesus People USA together. But
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
it's
that would be
it's pretty cool. I
awesome.
do. I just think about that. Yeah, I think about Jesus People USA whenever I think about Chicago and
Hmm.
Christian music. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been in that scene a long time.
Hmm.
So Jennifer, what's
Yeah.
one thing that nobody knows about you? Like that, what, like, do you have a special hobby or talent, or you collect something? What's one thing that nobody might not know about you?
Like that.
Well, I'm taking acting classes right now. I don't know if
Oh,
people know that.
Oh, that's
oh
cool.
wow.
Um, Thanks. Yeah, I just did like a acting demo reel in the city actually on Saturday. And did some scenes from movies and TV shows and all that. So yeah, I guess it's might be something people don't know.
That's cool. Is that something you want to pursue, like as a part of like a career? Like you're gonna have an agent trying to get you gigs and stuff as well?
Yeah, I like to. At some point, it's just I have to figure out how to balance music
Oh yeah,
and that, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
sure.
Um, so right now I'm just I guess, just doing classes and, taking things a little bit slowly. But yeah, I do want to get an agent and pursue that more.
I'm
But
waiting.
I'm just,
I'm waiting on the new
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds film to come out featuring Jennifer Benson of Ignescent.
Yeah, there we go.
No
There we
problem.
go. Now so I'm sure I know you all have done some traveling. What's your favorite place that you've been to internationally?
Mm,
And what is your bucket list place to perform?
that's good.
Um, Let me see. Yeah, Mexico was fun. We did Exito Fest last
Oh,
year.
awesome.
Oh wow. I can't
Yeah, so
remember
that was
seeing
pretty
it.
cool. It was hard to breathe though. I didn't realize it was like in the mountains and everything. And
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
so yeah, it was kind of on stage. It was a challenge to breathe, but it was neat. Like people were so friendly and there's different there. Like when we got off stage, people swarmed us. They're
Yeah.
like like there's people everywhere and like taking selfie. And it was just so it was very different, but it was cool. It was
Is that
fun.
is that a big that's a big festival?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Grave Robber was there and
Oh, nice.
some other bands. So that was fun. And a bucket list one is actually Germany, but we're doing that in September. So I can't wait for that because I used to live in Germany. I lived there for
Oh,
3 years
oh wow.
and
Wow.
I haven't been back since. Yeah. So I can't wait. I'm really excited. But
That's awesome. Jay was actually featured on a Grave Robber song, so that's pretty cool
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
got to play
exactly.
with them.
Oh yeah, they're really cool people. They live
oh,
well. They live in oh God, what is that? It's in Indiana. I was about to say Fort Wayne. It might be Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's like four
okay.
hours away from me. It's a heck of a drive, but it's a little bit closer to Chicago than it is to Louisville. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. But
Oh,
yeah, it's a little closer to that. But yeah,
Well, we got to hit
it's
Sean up for an interview. That'd be awesome.
I know, yeah, we're definitely hitting Sean up for sure. But
Right.
yeah, Grave Robbers, really cool people for sure. But
awesome.
no,
Yeah.
like Exodo Fest, like I haven't been to Mexico in oh my God, it's been about 15 years. And that
Oh,
was a very
wow.
long time ago. I
Oh,
really hope to go back. I've never been to Germany either, so those are good things. I might have to just come and see y'all in Germany.
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
Are y'all touring with a band in the UK?
No, it's just like our own tour.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And we'll be at the Loud and Proud Festival in Germany. So yeah, dates are being booked around the festival, and so hopefully we'll have those maybe in a month or so. But yeah,
Nice.
but it's just us.
That's awesome.
Wow. Crazy. So I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? I'll ask this question. This is like one of my favorite questions to ask people.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being a Christian?
Ah, that's a cool question. I don't think I've ever been asked that, honestly.
That's why Jason.
Um, yeah. Yeah, my favorite thing about being a Christian is the fellowship and the people. I would say um, definitely, having people that pray for you and that I can pray for. I love that, and having God to depend on, and um, that's I would say that's definitely, I just don't know how I would do it without God. So that would definitely be my favorite thing about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's totally cool. I love it.
Yeah. So, the for the Christian metal group as a whole and the Christian metal community, how can we support your band? What can we do to help you?
Yeah. The best way to support us would be just to, listen on Spotify and kind of follow us on like Instagram at Ignescent Music, Ignescent Music Facebook, and support us by maybe going to ignescentmusic.com and going to the merch tab, and you can, buy some merch there, or coming to a show as well. Getting some merch there, and that just helps us go from show to show. And on our Spotify, also, there's a little button that says donate. If anyone wants to donate there, it helps pay for travel costs. That's
Jennifer,
a
a
huge
Dunkin'
thing.
Donuts coffee, right?
Right. Or in
Right.
a
There you
Dunkin'
go. Yeah.
Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Coffee.
I need my Dunkin' Donuts. So that's the main ways, and just keep listening to our music on Spotify, and buy our CDs and all that.
Nice.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. You got anything else, Jay?
You know what? Let's it's a weird way to close or
Okay.
as final questions or whatever,
Ain't
but
no rules here.
I know, right? Exactly. It seems like a lot of the women in metal tend to be fashion icons.
Okay.
They just come with a style, that I guess since the 80s and the glam metal era doesn't exist unless it's like Black Veil Brides or whatever. But women, they definitely seem to bring a different element of fashion and style. Like, do you have a favorite spot to shop at, or like what's your approach to fashion?
Hot Topic.
Um,
Ah.
mhm.
I like that question,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
I actually have someone who I work with, a stylist. Her name is Jennifer Gerstner, and she's in Chicago.
Nice.
She has helped me a ton, um, because, you know, sometimes I'm like, I just don't know what to do. But I also shop at Akira in the city in Chicago, or
Mhm.
there's one in Schaumburg at the Woodfield Mall. And I love their clothes. They're just so different and fun.
Yeah,
So that's definitely somewhere that I shop. Yeah, they have the coolest clothes like ever. So
no,
so
that's
that, and
cool.
then sometimes, yeah, like I said, Jennifer helps me too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's so good. Well, Jennifer, is there anything else that you'd like to tell the fans or anybody new people maybe that haven't heard your band?
Yeah, I would just say, go to the website, just stay up to date with our shows at ignescentmusic.com and bands in town. And yeah, make sure to listen to our new album called Fightin' Me on Spotify,
Yeah,
or get the
Thanks.
album online, and yeah, and just drop us a line, let us know what you think, and come to our shows, and that's it.
It
I'm gonna
really is a
go.
good album, y'all. Like,
I'm gonna go pull that album up on Spotify right now and listen to it. That's awesome. Well, thank you
right.
so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope we catch you on tour. Hope you have a
Yeah,
great
that's right.
day. Thank you.